Hello, this is Gary Franke and Tamara Chandler going over the 2019 open enrollment for individual health insurance in Washington State. From November 1st to December 15th is the last day of open enrollment for January 1st effective coverage. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 425-802-2783. This is a quick overview video walking through the plans and the options and the carriers. There's another video going through the health plan finder step-by-step enrollment process if you want to do it yourself, going over doctors and prescriptions and figuring out all your basic overview from there. There are more details, but let us know if you have questions. The very first thing to do is add us as a broker. There's zero cost to add us as a broker. So we have a small commission built into the price. So if you're paying $300 a month, it's $300 and we get paid like $12 or $15 or $18 a month. But from that perspective, there's no additional cost. We're here to service you. We're here to help you out. So the first thing to do is click on quick links under find a broker. Put my last name in the system for myself or Tamara. We can both access the system. My last name is Franke, Franke. Click search and proceed. We also do life insurance. So if you need a term insurance policy, we'd be glad to walk you through your options, give you a quick overview and coverage, find the lowest cost plan for your needs. Very simple, straightforward. For disability insurance, we do a lot of disability where it protects your income. If you cannot do your own occupation for the material and substantial duties of what you do, it will pay out. So we can walk you through that option as well. One area we've been focusing on a lot is the accident policies. So if you get into an accident, then it'll pay out. So a lot of people that have like jobs that are working more with their hands or accident prone kids or families, or if you're more likely to use this, it's a very good policy to get. So for example, $7,100 in coverage, $100 deductible, it's $27 a month. These policies do not cover any pre-existing conditions, but they cover new issues. If you're more likely for your family to get cancer, heart attack, or stroke, getting a critical illness plan before you have any symptoms is really important. And hospital recovery, if you're in the hospital, it'll pay, in this example, up to $500 per day for up to 30 days for $27 a month. So these can be an add-on to your individual health insurance. Here's a strategy we worked really well in the last year, is buying a bronze plan with an accident policy with a $7,000 deductible instead of getting a silver or gold plan that's significantly more expensive. They don't work exactly together, but you can kind of layer them, and it's an effective way of saving some money. For 2019, here's the tax credit levels. So for a family of two, if your income is below $65,000, you would get some sort of tax credits. If your income is above that, you don't. So it just depends on what you put in the system. As your income goes up or down, it'll reconcile at the end of the year. But you want to put in your expected 2019 income for 2019 health insurance, not 2018 income. But a lot of times it's fairly similar. So just giving you an overview of that perspective. The plans increased by about 2% to 18%. So Kaiser, Ambetter, and Molina Marketplace are roughly the same price. Primeira is still more expensive, as you can see, for this 50-year-old. However, if you're not going to get any tax credits, going direct to Kaiser Permanente on a silver plan, there's one plan that's about 23% cheaper. So from that perspective, it can be more effective if you want a Kaiser plan direct to them. Just call us, we'll walk you through it. Here's the overview of carriers for the most part in Washington State. We will go through each of these specifically, so it helps you figure that out. Here's an overview structure. Anything down below in the green and gray section is covered before the deductible. Anything above is covered as you have a procedure. So for example, the gold plan, you'd have $1,150 deductible. You pay 100% at first, and you pay 20% co-insurance until you hit the max out-of-pocket in that insurance network. Kaiser Permanente is a very effective plan. They have lower deductibles for the price in general. They have good coverage up front. They are in Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, Georgia, Maryland, several states that are in-network facilities. So if you travel along the West Coast a lot and want to go to a Kaiser facility, by all means, they're a great carrier. But they do not cover on-the-job injuries for self-employed people that don't pay L&I for themselves. So just giving you a heads up, if you're self-employed and work in a riskier area like a roofer, do not buy this plan. But we're just giving you an overview of what is covered and not. For Molina Marketplace, one of the huge advantages, if you're a smoker, Molina does not charge additional money for smoker rates. So that's a huge advantage if you use tobacco products. They also have a good network. Swedish, Providence, UW, Harborview, Overlake. They have a good hospital network structure. They have a fairly good network of naturopathic doctors as well. Not quite as many specialists within the different areas, but there is contracted people within your region. They have extremely good coverage up front for lab tests and x-rays and urgent care. The prescription drug formulary is fairly good as well overall. So that's one big advantage from that perspective. Ambetter has gotten a better network for 2019, but they are a little bit more limited between like Swedish, Providence, and Evergreen as their main hospital network in this region. So, overall, they are just marginally cheaper than Molina Marketplace for the most part, but they do have a little bit more limited network. So, it just kind of depends if your doctors are covered or you want to go to Evergreen. If you live on the east side, it's very effective. So, Primeira as a whole is the Heritage Signature EPO network. This is not the Primeira group plan network that covers everything. However, Primeira as a whole has the strongest network of doctors and specialists and naturopathic doctors. There are some overviews from getting that larger network, but it also is a lot more expensive plan. Their formulary I found is probably the best overall. So it just mainly depends on your specific situation. If you have more complex needs, please give us a call. We'll walk you through it all. But as a whole, Primeira's partner system networks, you have to pick a partner system network. And if you don't see your primary care physician, and if you want to get referred out of the network, if you just see somebody, that's not going to be covered. So you need to go to your primary care physician and get referred out of the network. But you can go see specialists directly within the EPO network overall. Their plan designs are strong, they work well, they're very effective, but they are more expensive. Health savings accounts, essentially, that covers your annual physical upfront before the deductible, but really not much covered upfront other than that. You do get tax credits, tax deductions for putting money into a HSA checking account. I use KeyBank myself. If you're going to have a major surgery, a lot of times getting like the Primeira Bronze plan or the Kaiser Bronze plan can save you more money because you're going to hit the max out of pocket regardless on a big surgery or procedure. Just doing the math works between the plans. So in conclusion, if you have questions, please give us a call, 425-802-2783. And please add us as a broker. We can help you out, and there's no additional cost for us to do so.